Hello and welcome back. Today we are diving into a crucial feature in Binance Futures trading, the reduce only option. Right, this is a must-know tool for traders looking to manage their positions effectively, avoid mistakes, and take full control of their trades. By the end of this video, you will understand how it works, why it is important, and when to use it. Right, so what is reduce only? Now, if you remember, I told you we are going to keep things very structured. That is the best way to learn. So you do remember and then realize that anytime I come up, it seems I'm restructuring what the whole course every now and then. But not to worry. That is why I try to keep the video concise. Right, so let's look at this important thing. I'm trying to let us get the concept before we put everything together. So probably the next one will be the last video, and that will capture on how to actually take your first trade. But before that, let's look at this important option in Binance Futures trading. Let me go back a bit. If you look at just down below the amount, right, where you set the amount USDT, there's these radio buttons there, the TP stroke SL, and then we have the reduce only, right? For beginners, I don't think you have to concern yourself with that. And I know some of us will be curious, and then when they come upon this, they might be wondering what it is. So I have taken upon myself to explain this beforehand, so that when you get there, you can use them with a TP and then for your management, right? So let's look at what it is. The reduce only feature ensures that any new order you place will only reduce or close your existing position. It will never increase your position size. This is particularly useful for managing risks and avoiding accidental overleveraging. Now, how does reduce only work? Let's break it down with few scenarios. 1.1. If you are long, for example, if you are long on ADA stroke USDT, right? ADA is the pair, or better still USDT. If you are long on ADA USDT and you place a sell order with reduce only enabled, it will reduce your long position size and close it entirely. Close it entirely, depending on the order size. 2. If you are short on ADA stroke USDT and you place a buy order with reduce only enabled, it will reduce your short position size and close it. However, if you place an order in the same direction as your current position, for example, another long order when you are already long, right? When you are already buying, you are in a buy order and you want to buy again, the system will reject the order because it violates the reduce only rule. Now, you may have realized or learned that if you are already in position, I've already addressed that. If you're already in position and you want to add more to your positions, you realize that Binance does not separate these positions, but it's an add-on. It's like we call it aggregation. You are already in one trade or one direction, you are buying, and then the second thing, you add another buy. Binance usually does not separate these trades or positions like we see in forex trading, right? So it is an add-on. It's an add-on or aggregated position. So we add it, and that is different if you enable the reduce only. So if you enable the reduce only, this will not allow you. But if you leave it as it is, only enabling the TP, that is possible. So I'm drawing that distinction before you get yourself confused. So that's what it means. So I'm going to take whatever I read earlier, like recently. Is that, however, if you place an order in the same direction as your current position, for example, another long order when you are already long, right, the system will reject the order because it violates the reduce only rule, right? So the reduce only will not allow this. Now, why is reduce only useful? One, it avoids position reversal. It avoids position reversal. What does this mean? If you accidentally place a large order in the opposite direction, reduce only, excuse me, yes, sorry about that. So taking it again, why is reduce only useful, right? So now, why would you use reduce only? One, it avoids position reversal. So if you accidentally place a large order in the opposite direction, reduce only ensures it won't flip your position. What does it mean? That is, going from long to short, it will not flip that if you enable it, right? So it manages accidental activity in your trading. And two, control manual orders. It helps you manually reduce or close a position without worrying about adding to it. Right. Now the three is what? Risk management. Particularly useful when you are managing multiple trades and want precise control over exits. Right. Let's look at some practical example. Let's look at an example where you are already long on ADA with what? 500 points. So 500 ADA, right? You place a sell order for 200 ADA with reduce only enabled. This reduces your position to 300 ADA. I hope you are getting the picture. If you place a sell order for 500 ADA, it will close your position entirely. If you place a sell order for 500 ADA, it will close your position entirely. However, if you accidentally try to place another buy order with reduce only, the system will reject it, ensuring your position doesn't grow. Now, let's look at another thing: reduce only and TP and SL settings. Now, a common question is whether reduce only conflicts with take profits, that's TP and SL settings. Why am I doing this? You see, we have the option where we see the radio buttons. We have TP/SL, and then we have reduce only. They are shown in radio buttons. So normally in IT, if something or items are displayed this way, it means that you only have one option. But here in Binance, you can actually have the two going hand in hand. That is what it means. So I needed to address this so that you don't get confused, right? So the answer is no. It means that you can use them concurrently. So TP and SL are automated exit strategies, while reduce only governs manual orders. You can use them together seamlessly. For example, you set TP at 0.40 USDT and SL at 0.25 USDT. While these are active, you can enable reduce only for manual orders. To enable any additional actions, only reduce only, right, to ensure any additional actions, only reduce or close your position. The 7th point is why some reduce only orders might not execute. Now, this is actually not tied to only reduce only option or settings. Many a time when you trade, you start trading, it's something that is inevitable. Whether we like it or not, you experience that if only you are observant. Let's look at something here. You see down here where we can check our history, whatever is going on, running trade and all that. We have open orders into bracket 0 and have positions. Positions are the trades that are running, and then orders are orders that you put in pending or stop orders, right? So this is what they mean. Now I will also we have already touched on the types of market orders, so I'm just following up in that sense. So you realize that you put a pending order which has already been triggered and is showing in position, and then you still find them under the open tab, it can sound very confusing, especially when you're a newbie, right? So we are going to address this, a situation whereby you can actually see this here and there, and then we are going to put them together with the reduced order and everything together. So let's see how this really works. So we are saying that while some reduced only orders might not execute, right? So you see, sometimes, right, your reduced only order might not trigger. Here's why. One is price not reached. If you set a limit price for your reduced only order, it won't execute unless the market price reaches your specified level. 2, partial fails. If there is insufficient liquidity, which I've already looked at, the margin that we set, liquidity and volatility, right? So if there is insufficient liquidity, only part of your order might execute, leaving the rest in the open orders. Do you understand the picture? Now we have partial orders. This may sound new. You can still look them up. Partial orders. This is why sometimes it might not get executed, or it will execute partially. You see them under the open tabs and then open orders, and then at the same time you see them in the positions. This is why. So we have looked at the fact that price is not reached, and then the second thing is that partial fails, right? So when there is insufficient liquidity, only part of your order might execute, leaving the rest in the open orders section, right? And 3, order rejection for same direction, right? So remember, reduce only will reject any order that attempts to increase your position size, even if it is accidental. So that is the important thing. I can even go on and then go and look at a situation whereby it has nothing to do with the reduce only settings, right? You give me a minute. Let me get my facts right so that I don't fumble, right? So now I'm going to give you the general one, which has nothing to do with the reduce only option or settings. So here is it. It says why some orders might not get triggered in general. Now let's talk about any pending orders, why they might not get triggered, and why you might see orders and positions open at the same time. Common reasons is 1, with price not reached. We have already looked at that. Partial fails, right? And then the third one we are going to look at adding up is insufficient margin. I've touched that, but let's look at it critically. If you don't have enough margin in your wallet, the order may fail to execute, even if the price is reached. So because your your margin is not enough. So yes, we have already looked at what is margin, so I'm not going to explain again. So it's probably because it's insufficient. Now the fourth one is called time in force. Time in force, FORCE, in short form, initial TIF settings. Now your order might have expired, right? Your order might have expired if you use a setting like immediate or cancel or fail or kill, right? By default, Binance uses good till cancelled. Initial is a GTC, which keeps the order active, right? You know, in futures, we told you the main idea, the literal thing is that futures is when it's a contract where you enter probably on a particular date, and then you expect it to end, the contract to end on a set date. So you do transaction today, and then you set the date. That's why we call it futures, right? So when you set today, and probably the date that you set for that entry or contract get expired, then it will not get triggered. So that's one of the reasons. Now let's look at some binary switch example that we are going to look at. If you set reduce only order, it might not trigger if the conditions aren't met to reduce your position, right? Now similarly, TP/SL orders might remain pending if the price doesn't reach the target, right? So understanding market orders and their nuances can significantly improve your trading performance. Always double check your order types, right? Margin availability and settings like TP and SL, and reduce only to ensure smooth execution, right? So that is what we have to understand at the end of this video, right? So that's everything you need to know about reduce only feature in Binance Futures. It is simple yet powerful tool for managing positions with precision. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more trading tips. See you in the next video, where we will cover how to take your first trade in Binance Futures. Right. So thank you very much for watching. If you're having some difficulty understanding certain things, in the comment section, let us know. I will assist you. Maybe a private video. We can actually tackle this for free. So I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.